Hi, this is Ryan Vaz, and with PB and Bharat, we're bringing this podcast called Inspire. Inspire is a series where we get in established entrepreneurs onto the sets and pick their brains to understand how they've been able to achieve to the heights and to the stature that they have done so. Today we have a very interesting guest. She works in a space where trust is everything. She is a 17-time MDRT qualifier, a pioneer in insurance broking in Goa, and a force behind a business that today spans multiple cities, serves corporates and individuals, and delivers not just policies but peace of mind. But beyond just the numbers, she has a rare gift, the ability to connect. Anywhere she goes, she doesn't just meet people, she builds relationships. And over time, those relationships have become the foundation of her business. Because in her world, growth is not built on transactions, it is built on trust. I'm so proud to have Khairoo onto the show. Welcome, Khairoo.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
Khairoo, I've been your big fan. You have this, right from the time we went to this trip in Zambia.
Zambia.
Matter of the journey from the flight to the hotel, you were able to pull in about 16, 17 people, make connects over there, pull in about 16, invite 16, 17 guests for the BNI meeting that was supposed to be held over there. I mean, that was mind-blowing. We are entering into a country where we know nobody.
We didn't know anyone, yes.
None of us knew anybody.
Correct. Even
and
I
yet you were
didn't
able to
know.
build so many connects. How do you do this?
I always see where there is a little open door. So when we were in the hotel in Zambia, so I saw the photo of that Guruji, like Aga Khan's photo I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the receptionist, how come this photo is here? So she told me that this belongs to an Ismaili in Zambia. So I said, I want to talk to her. So I spoke to her. Then she gave me her driver to go to the prayer hall.
Wow.
And that's how she sent me her Mercedes with the driver. And I went to the prayer hall and I connected with 4 or 5 people there. And they were all inquisitive, what is BNI? And then we were on WhatsApp and they asked me, can we get more friends? So I had confirmed 5, but they got 2, 3, 1, 2. And that's how we ended up with so many.
So many people. No?
Yeah.
So how you've built your entire business, Khairoo, based on trust, based on relationships. What makes this possible? How do you build these connections and connects? Don't you get scared meeting people, talking to people? I'm sure
in the beginning it was very scary, very overwhelming because I am very shy. So for
Really?
me, yeah,
No
I
one would
used
believe
to
that.
be shy in college. I used to walk with my head down and
Really?
yes. So I have evolved because of my profession. And my husband used to always nudge me, saying, go, he will not eat you. Go talk to him. So that's the kind of confidence building
Wow.
he did for me.
That's an amazing transformation.
Yes,
Can you tell us
yes.
a little bit more about it? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are vying for the same kind. They're looking at Khairoo and saying she's amazing, but she's a natural here.
No, I'm not a natural.
So tell us how did this
because I come from a very middle class, strict upbringing. 8 o'clock we would be home. So there was no such thing as party scene. So where do we network? So we network with families, with neighbors, with our relatives. That was our only network. But I think those networks were very strong at that time. So when I started my career, they all reached out to me. Half of them said, oh, you're doing this, we would like to
So sweet.
be your customers. Yeah. And the other half I went to that, I've started this. So they said, okay.
Okay.
So my no's were less and my yes were more. So if I went to 10 people in the beginning of my first year, I managed to 7 people would buy from me. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And then when I saw my Form 16 at the end in April, I was like, wow, this is what I want to do because there is money. I did 165 policies in 1994.
In your first
I became the first lady crorepati of Goa. My name came in all the newspapers.
Wow.
That built my confidence. So then after that, there was no looking back. I said, okay, this gives me nice trophies, fame, money. I'll do this. So I did it as a dhanda, as a business. I was not emotionally invested because what I thought, you're giving me 1,000 rupees every month, or 5,000 a year, or 25,000 a year. I'm investing it for you in LIC, of course, because that time only LIC was there.
Yes.
And after 10 years or 20 years, you'll get back your money. So that it was very mechanical. Though
Right.
I was grateful to my customers, but I was not invested.
Right.
But then after 4 years, one of my husband's boss died. He was in TCS.
Okay.
When I give that claim, and when his wife said those words to me, like, I was like a mini god, no? And that is the time I was hardly in my early 20s, and life changed for me. And then I
Wow.
realized that the value I add to my customers.
Right.
Then I stopped doing what I was doing. I didn't go, okay, Ryan, I'm an agent, do 5,000 per month. Earlier 4 years I did that. Then I would sit with Ryan. I would say, Ryan, what is your income? Is your wife a homemaker? If you don't get up by an act of God, how much money should go to your house?
Right.
Then I started doing evaluation. Then I started studying. I was
Wow.
a graduate. Then I did my MBA in business protection. I did my diplomas. I started studying how to file the income tax return. And I have been
Nice.
studying last 20 years. So many courses. I fly to Mumbai. I sit in a classroom. People make fun of me. But then that is
No,
the
but
knowledge building.
Yeah,
No?
that's amazing because you're continually learning.
Yes, I am learning. I'm reading. I'm into podcast. And I'm totally invested in what I do. I'm totally invested.
Lovely, lovely. You spoke about LIC being the only insurance agency at the time.
Correct.
Today we've got so many different
Absolutely.
insurance
Yes.
agencies. How do your customers help decide, or how do your customers decide whether to go with you or with someone else, whether to go with one insurance agency or the others? What is it that?
Yeah, so in 2000, government opened the doors, and these marriages happened, right? One Indian company, one foreign company. So we call it, in Hindi, we call it Gathbandhan,
Gathbandhan.
joint ventures. So Bajaj joined Allianz, and
Yes.
Tata joined AIA, AIG. These are world organizations which are very good in their countries.
Their countries,
AIA is top notch in Singapore. It's big. So all these top Indian international companies came and collaborated. So then I started studying which company, what is their claim ratio, how much they've invested in India, can they be liquidated, what will be the fallout to my customers. So then I started doing business with the top 5.
Oh, nice.
There are 23 life insurance companies today.
Okay.
But if you tell me, Khairoo, give me A, B, C, D, I'll say, no, Ryan. I would not do that for you. I'll tell you to do with X, Y, Z, whatever the companies I tell you. Like today, top 5 are LIC, of course, Tata, big names which are guaranteed. ICICI, HDFC, SBI, Max Life, which has become Axis Life. So these 5-6 companies are good. Claim ratio is good. Some products are good. So we advise as per the company's history and the product.
Nice.
Because see, our commission is the same everywhere. It doesn't matter whether you buy any brand, I get the same commission.
Right.
I only have to give you service. And today we have our own login team, claims team. We are paying almost 30 plus salaries every month with a new corporate office and all
Wow.
that. So we don't go to insurance companies anymore. Now they come to us saying that please give us business. So the
Right.
tables have turned after 30 years.
What an amazing change again.
Yes, really,
Yeah.
I'm blessed. Yes.
Khairoo, there are lots of youngsters out there who think that, insurance probably could be one of their ways or their careers. However, what I have seen, sometimes even personal experience, that a lot of people are mis-selling insurance. Yet you've been able to, move beyond just the selling. And now you are growing beyond beyond the state of Goa? Because people look at it, this is just, and let's start with insurance. I'll lose a job, let's start with insurance.
Yeah.
At least I'll get something running.
Correct.
Okay. However, you've been able to turn it into an industry and taken this not from just a small hobby project to such a huge scale. You're now in different different cities, you told me.
Yes, states.
We are in eight states.
Yes.
You told me. And then you also told me that you're going IPO?
No, we have become private limited company.
You become a private limited company.
Then IRDA had 4 audits and we passed all the audits with A+ ranking.
Right.
And we got our license in December. So we are the first insurance brokers of Goa.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So the question is, how do you shift your mindset from an insurance agent to an insurance business, what you have been able to do?
By setting up the systems like an insurance company. So
Can you explain that?
Like you set up departments.
Okay.
Your insurance company, your office has to have all the departments. So you don't depend on the insurance company to do anything for you. So from your sales and marketing, from your login, I have 3 in-house drivers. If you have a car which is more than 50 lakhs, my driver will come, take your keys, get it, go to the garage,
Wow.
repair it, bring the keys back to you. You are a director of a very big company. You drive a 3 crore car. Where you have time to take your car to the garage?
Right.
Your driver is busy with so many other cars in your family, with your family members. So this is the service we give you.
Nice.
We have 2 engineers
Nice.
who are IITs who do my insurance policy login. We have an actuarial. We have an underwriter. So everybody is part of my team. Slowly, we tried to rope in professionals. It took me time. It took me last
Of
6
course.
years.
Of course.
Because, of course, I have to pay them salary. I have to develop the system. Now, in fact, I'm investing a huge amount in a cyber app, which is more than 20 lakhs. But I have to do it. If I have to go pan-India, I'm writing in 196 PIN codes. And if I
Wow.
want to systematize everything, I have to do this. Now,
Nice.
another reason why I'm going so high professionally is like how you said, somebody loses their job, they become an agent. I don't want them to go to the individual insurance company. I want them to come to me. I will tell them that I have 57 companies under my umbrella. You sell whichever you want, whatever you want. This is my commission grid. This is my CFO. This is my accountant. Given all your papers, we'll do due diligence of yours. And you sell, my team will help you and you'll get the commission.
Nice.
It is win-win for them. Why? For 3 reasons. Number 1, they may do it for 1 year, 2 years. Policies are orphan. But if it's under my umbrella, I will still remind their customers and I'll still send him some commission.
Nice. Very nice.
Number 1. Number 2, under my banner, he has no targets. He can give me 1 policy per day or 1 policy per year. He has the flexibility.
Right.
Number 3, we take the onus of training, of logging in, underwriting. It goes under my banner. So my
Wow.
managers will look after him.
Wow. So you're literally starting an entire wave of young entrepreneurs.
Yes, and
who-
already since the rumor went that Khairoo ma'am has put in papers for brokership registration, and because I have gone all over India as a speaker, I have addressed from 300 to 3,000 people in Shanmugh Anand Hall. I have been a
Lovely.
speaker 3 times, where I have addressed agents from all over India. They come for the training for 3 days. There is a convention. So everybody's heard of Khairoo madam from Goa.
Okay.
This name is synonymous, Khairoo from Goa, Khairoo.
Yeah.
So now when they came to know that I am becoming a broker, I have already 75, 80 people have joined me. I get calls from Abohar, Punjab, Ludhiana, and I have to ask them कि भैया ये किधर है? मतलब where are you on the map? Because I talk in Hindi कि नहीं मैम हम आपके साथ comfortable है. We do a Zoom call, then my team takes it ahead. So it's been a beautiful journey, and we have clocked in almost 18 crore premium,
Wow.
which is like mind blowing. The biggest general insurance agent in Goa does 4 crores, and we have clocked in 18 crores. That is because of my pan India reach.
Right. Right.
I'm not writing everything in Goa.
Right.
I have huge people who give me business from Bombay, Pune, Chennai, Bangalore.
Wow.
In Bangalore, I have 2 big channel partners. One is at Fraser Town, at Malleshwaram.
Wow.
I am situated in Powai in Mumbai. Now we are tying up with another channel partner in Andheri.
Khair, you're such a success story,
So
with so many levels of, so many degrees of success that you have achieved, right from your personality, from, a quiet, shy person to such an outgoing person, from an insurance agent to an insurance business, and now you're going, pan India. Do you think there is an opportunity for you across the world as well? Because
uh,
I want to understand how can someone export insurance as a
yes, in
service.
fact, what I have done is as an insurance broker. Actually, behind all this is my son because I was like, should I do this? Should I not do it? I am 50. Should I take this jump? And then he was like, Mom, with the fan following or the brand that you have created, let's do it now. If not now, when? Because I had kept this money for my retirement or whatever, and I saw it grow in the market. And you I have spent sleepless nights like whether I should do it, but then my son and my husband said, let's do this.
Nice.
And we took a lot of good associates who are tied up with me because I believe I don't want a big part of the pie. I want a thin slice, but it can be a longer pie.
Right,
So
right.
I'm working on that. I'm not taking a lot of profit home because I'm sharing it with my channel partners, and we are still setting up the company. So we are still investing. So you'll see this company really flying high after 5 years.
So, I have something very different that I want to ask you.
Also, you asked me whether I can go abroad.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so for this insurance brokership, I have invested almost 1.5 crores.
Right.
76 lakhs has gone as a FD to IRDA alone.
Wow.
Yes. And when they saw my form, they said, Khairoo, Andhra guys, they couldn't. ये Khairoo कौन है? तुम्हारा डैडी को फोन दो. So they thought it was a man. Then तुम्हारा husband को फोन दो. I said, नहीं sir, मैं हूँ. अच्छा तुम शुरू किया, तुम start किया. They're like, so now if I put in another 4 crores, I can become a reinsurer. And with that, I can insure a building in Dubai. But we have a company here in Goa, which is a very big pharma company, and we are looking after all their, what is it called, branches
Assets.
all
Okay.
over India. So they have another company in Indonesia. So we insured their Indonesia.
So you're already abroad.
Factory also.
Amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes.
Okay, so my question was, which I was, going to ask you, was based on what you just said. Lot of people believe that Goa से कुछ निकलता नहीं है. There is an impression that अरे आप लोग तो सिर्फ मजा मारते हो वहाँ पे, right? And yet you've gone across the country, and now you're telling me you've gone across beyond the country as well. How has been your impression? How have people accepted you, and how have you been dealing with them? Have you come across this thing that people have underestimated you because you're from Goa?
Yes, when I go, like, I remember when I was a speaker in Delhi. So the room was full of women. I attract women because they want to see that, is this really a woman? Does she do it? Did she do it?
Yeah.
Or it was a dad who started it, or a husband, and she just goes and sits in the office and she's taken it a little ahead. So people want this clarity
Right,
that
right.
who is she, where is she come from. So they ask me कि मैडम आपको डर नहीं लगता? Because in Delhi, you know how the scene
Yes,
is,
yes,
no?
yes,
I would have
absolutely.
been in a gunny bag by now, couple of pieces. And so they asked me, I said, Goa is the best state to do business. Till 2 o'clock in the night, I can go home, park my car in my garage. I'm safe. I can drop
Wow.
my friends home. So this is, I think it's a blessing to be a Goan, stay in Goa and do business in Goa. It's a blessing. I don't think if I was from some other place, I would have done this much. Yeah.
Nice.
And Goans are good people.
Right.
They have all pulled me up. I have friends and they have really encouraged me.
So while answering this question, you have answered another question of how hardworking you are. I mean, you work at 2 a.m. till 2 a.m. in the night.
No, sometimes when you go for conferences and functions, and you know how it is, no?
So, what do you think is it that works? Is it charm, or is it hard work? Or is it
Uh,
smart work?
I think I'm blessed, and a lot of doors open wherever I go. I believe in affirmation.
Okay.
I believe in visualization. I do a lot of meditation in the morning. Like today also, I've got up at 4:30.
Nice.
And I visualized this podcast with you. And I said, I don't know what Ryan is going to ask me, but I'll answer honestly.
Thank you.
And so,
And which you have done so far.
yeah,
And that's what makes a podcast like this special, when people come and talk, very openly.
yes. And it's not that my journey has been hunky dory. When I told you 7 out of 10, the 3 who didn't give me have also given me a lot of nasty comments, and. But I knew one thing, that once you start making money, automatically people respect you.
Yes.
Automatically people take you seriously.
Right. Right.
You may be a wonderful human being, but it's not tattooed here, no? That you're a good person and you'll do ethical selling. And when you said, no, that build trust, I have not built trust. I have created trust.
Nice.
And the difference is, building trust is, okay, Ryan is my customer. I sent him my website. I sent him some testimonials and he sees how real I am. No. When I meet Ryan, I want to know about Ryan.
Nice.
So I ask him, Ryan, tu khoichor hai? Khoi
Right.
rauta?
Right,
Where
right.
did you grow up? Oh, that village. Oh, that building. I had a school friend there. Oh, Radha Vidya used to stay
Yes.
there.
I've seen you in action.
I went in the school bus with them. So I
Yes.
connected
You make the connections.
with Radha Vidya, who were Ryan's neighbors growing up.
Right. Right.
So he feels closer to
Closer
me.
to you. That's a brilliant example that you have given. And if people have been able to pick up on this is an amazing method of getting people to connect with you. Khairoo, it's been amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I keep telling this to a lot of people, that sometimes these conversations just flow so beautifully. We don't know how the time flies. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the way that you connect with people and build relationship. One small secret you gave out now. Thank you very much for coming onto this show.
Thank you so
and
much for having
sharing
me.
so much of what what you've learned over the years.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.